just sit here and wait for some lighter air for tomorrow.
Tell us, why have we got no racing today?
Well, we've had a mistral that came in on Sunday, and so it stopped us on Monday, and then Tuesday we didn't have any racing, and today's Wednesday we haven't any racing. Today we saw out on the course 50 knots, and here in the area 36 to 40 knots.
I think tomorrow we're going to have 18 knots from the west. As it comes down, the breeze is just going to be really nice tomorrow. Really should provide us with 3 awesome races and really nice breeze, planing, and it should be a really good day for us to get some racing in and really get things going in this regatta and this World Championship. We have people from the America's Cup, we have Olympic champions, and we brings in all of the top sailors around the world. In the one design sporter fleet, it's probably the biggest world that has come together ever, and that's just quite impressive. And it's just awesome sailing to be at that level with the best sailors in the world. It's really, really awesome.
Still have a chance to have 9 races for the series, and so we're still looking forward to a very challenging championship.
We did one first and one fourth and another first, so we are really happy about that.
Ciao, affondati. Ciao.
Hello and welcome back to Monaco, where the cosmopolitan city-state was dressed as though in a historic set. Members of the Yacht Club de Monaco immersed themselves in history, stepping back in time to recreate a sublime showcase of period yachting. This unique atmosphere, full of spirit and energy, set the stage for racing. This final day saw vintage yachting at its best, as though untouched by the modern world. Before racing, teams united in a parade, each yacht presenting a distinct show of elegance and grace. The incredible onshore atmosphere was complemented by champagne racing conditions on the water, serving up a final day of strong winds and big waves. The day started with a bang. Classic yachts pushed off the starting line in a hunt for the final optimum performance. Aside from the results, sailors and spectators enjoyed a fantastic day, recreating vintage magic. In the 15 metres, it was game on, as the four majestic ladies were determined to deliver their best in the quest for podium glory. Mariska ruled the waves yet again, scoring a second and a first to seal the title. Toiga's consistency paid off, whilst the Lady Anne retired from the last race, although opened her account with a win. The end of the Monaco Classic Week couldn't have been better. Being part of the spirit of the event is a unique experience. The revelry got underway as sailors celebrated their successes. See you next year.
Sì, non può proprio fare. Cassa!
The GC32 Orezza Corsica Cup went into the final day with the prospect of great conditions for racing. Guests had the chance to meet the skippers and crews before joining them on their boats to experience some high-speed GC32 foiling. The day started with one round of the anonymous speed challenge, followed by 5 races with reaching starts. In the third race, Malizia were forced to retire from the rest of the afternoon due to damage. After that, it became a battle between Argo and Realteam for first place, and they fought for this throughout the last 2 races of the day. The winner of the GC32 Orezza Corsica Cup was only decided in the very final race. Realteam, skippered by Jerome Clerc, showed great consistency, winning the final 3 races in demanding conditions. Argo finished in second place, and third went to Team NG.
We had a great fight with Team Argo. We did the three last race of the day was a full fight and almost match racing. Congrats to them because they did a good job. I want to do a big thanks to my crew because it was really tough on the water today.
Argo might have missed out on first place in the fleet racing, but the American team won the anonymous speed challenge, scoring the best average speed of 21.21 knots.
I think we have done very bad in the speed challenge, and yesterday we didn't have a good one, but today we had a good one. I've always wanted one of those watches, and I'm really glad we won one, and it's great that they sponsor it because now I finally get a watch from them.
From Japan, Naofumi Kamai's Mama Ayoto claimed the GC32 Orezza Corsica Cup Owner-Driver Prize.
We managed to finish first in the Owner-Driver Trophy, which is very good for us because it was a very difficult week in weather condition. We also finished 5th in the ranking, so we still have some good chance for the annual ranking. And we hope to have a good finish in Marseille and finish winning the Owner-Driver season.
The prize-giving ceremony took place at the amphitheatre with the beautiful marina of Calvi, where the teams, organisers and GC32 Racing Tour guests enjoyed a wonderful party. They'll next meet in Marseille for the final event of the 2017 season.
The 53rd annual Rolex Big Boat Series has begun in the waters of San Francisco. Highly regarded as the West Coast event hosted by the prestigious St. Francis Yacht Club, 89 entries position themselves at the starting lines. Amateurs, pros, and enthusiasts alike come together for the event many sailors wait for all year long. 6 one-design fleets, including the highly anticipated Pac 52 class, 3 ORR fleets, a PHRF sport boat fleet, and a small but yet powerful multi-hull presence rounds out the classes, demonstrating how the Rolex Big Boat Series consistently showcases the current innovations taking place in sailing technology and boat development. In true San Francisco Bay fashion, the breeze was steady and plentiful. 8+ knots, a beautiful west by southwesterly breeze turned upwards of 20+ by day's end, testing the competitors' transition capabilities without much delay. 2 courses set the stage, each starting area adjacent to Alcatraz and Treasure Island respectively. Sun, stiff breezes, and tight races were the themes, with promise of more in the days ahead.
Day 2, it looks like it's lining up like yesterday. We're in postponement right now, but looks like it's going to pick up and be a heavy wind day like yesterday.
Yesterday we didn't have a good day. I would not like to elaborate anymore. Today looks like a nice day, and we're expecting a good afternoon sea breeze. And so yesterday we saw 20 to 22 knots of wind, made a lot of fun, and we're expecting more of the same today.
You know, we've had some pretty good battles out there with both Bad Pack and Rio, but, you know, still touching base with Boat. Boats are all pretty close. Fox gets in there too. You know, all 5 boats are pretty close, I'd say.
Hoping for another good day, good solid day. We got 2 bullets yesterday, hoping to keep that momentum going into today.
Well, we like the breeze. It's more fun. I'm not sure what our strongest condition is yet. We're still learning a lot about the boat and ourselves, and so that's to be determined, but, you know, we're ready for 20 knots of wind, so that's what we're hoping for.
Now, I'll tell you something. You take a clean rag like this, you go over one of the Pac 52s, and they look clean, but they're all brown when you get done. It's a messy job. Somebody's got to do it.
The Rolex Big Boat Series, the premier West Coast regatta, has long been known for attracting some of the world's best sailors to a stage that never falters to deliver challenging, yet near-perfect conditions for every class, new and established. Exemplifying that good old competitive spirit at this year's event is the J105 fleet. 24 boats led by the likes of Blackhawk, Donkey Jack, Arbitrage, and a handful of others have been jockeying for the top spot all season. With such a highly competitive field, we have to wonder, are there any rivalries?
I think rival is a strong word. I think, you know, we like to look at each other as competitors.
It's a really good match. We have a great time out there. And we're really well matched with each other. The top 6 boats can all win a regatta. The top 12 boats can all win a race.
And every day counts. That's what we love about this competition, is every day counts.
There's healthy competition. We definitely like beating them, and I know they like beating us.
The fun part is how close, how tight, and competitive the racing is. That's really what we're looking for and what draws people into the J105 fleet.
When that clock starts ticking down to our start, that's when the competition begins.
For me personally, I'm maybe a little more subtle. I'll just say, see you out there and let it be, kind of just hang there, that we're going to be bringing our A game and you better too.
I just like being out on the water. Sailing's a lot of fun.
Gamesmanship aside, these J105 sailors would be the first to admit
We're all friends.
We love the competition, and we, in the end, are all friends because we have the same passion.
As soon as you get back to the dock, someone else is helping you tie up, and we're talking about the day, the sails, the rig, the wind, the tactics. We're really on the same team on the water for as much fun as we have together out there.
We love the rivalry, and I think they do as well. Yes, we're friends off the water, but it's really the thrill of the sport. We look forward to some really fantastic maneuvers and gamemanship when it comes down to it.
Hi, I'm Catherine Guiader. I'm sailing with my husband, Chris Brady, in the 505 world. So we're here at SSA, Seven Sailing Association in Annapolis, where the Worlds are going to take place September 20 to the 29th. We have about 90 boats, 90, from about a dozen countries. Chris and I actually met sailing 505's. He's a much better sailor than I am, and I was looking to learn about the boat, so he volunteered, and we've been sailing for 6 years now together. We usually don't sail major events like this one together, but the 505 was being in Annapolis this year, and it's our hometown, so we figured that we would give it a go. It's actually a lot of load, isn't it?
No, not really.
With the spinnaker?
It's actually more part of the travel.
We have a busy life with 2 full-time jobs and 2 little ones at home, so we're just happy to be out on the water and have fun.
Fundamentally, I very rarely understand what the most limited thing is in the boat.
So you said you moved these further back?
Yes, farther back.
The 505 is actually a pretty competitive class with a lot of good sailors out there. From all ages. You don't see a lot of female competitors, so I'm happy to be one of them. And it's actually a pretty technical boat as well, with lots of lines. My husband does all the hard work while I sit on the rail, really, but it's a lot of fun. So I've been with Geno for 16 years now, and we have the headquarters right in Eastport in Annapolis, so it was logical for us to take part in this event. And we're going to be one of the sponsors of the event and provide a Geno boat for the SAP VIPs and the SAP crew. And a couple of weeks ago, Nick Harvey, the president of Geno America, offered to buy me a spinnaker for the event. And I was like, great, that's fantastic, but don't you want to sponsor a boat that's going to be in the lead, in the front of the competition? And he said, that's really not what it is about. It's about sailing and about the lifestyle and about being out there, and that's really what Chris and I are portraying, just being on the water and having fun. So it's coming up just in a couple of weeks, the 505 Worlds, and Chris and I are looking at finishing in the top half. It's a lot of good sailors out there, and make sure to tune in. It's going to be live streamed online, and it should be quite a show.
I was born for this.
Yeah, I appreciate your
Take me to Hollywood, baby. Woo! All right, hold on.
Welcome to the DBS Marina Bay Cup 2017 in Singapore. This is the 3rd edition of this successful event, which takes place in the heart of Singapore. 8 teams from 7 countries are invited to race.
Welcome everyone to the 3rd edition of the DBS Marina Bay Cup in 2017. We are thrilled to have this event right smack in the city centre, right in the Marina Bay, in conjunction with the F1 circuit in this weekend. Well, we certainly are always looking ways to grow the regatta. So this year we had 8 teams from 7 countries. So we always look to tap on the rise and getting more different countries to come and race in this international regatta.
DBS Marina Bay Cup is a match racing competition, with the teams racing one-on-one with each other. The format of racing is the round robin, where all teams face each other. The 4 boats with the best score will fight for a position in the grand final, which will take place on Sunday. All eyes are on the team from the Philippines, who have won the cup 2 times in a row. Can they achieve a 3rd win?
Now this is the 3rd DBS Match Racing Cup, so again the team is preparing for it. We've got good results from the previous 1st and 2nd DBS Match Racing. Same thing here, the team is really eyeing for the 3rd cup.
Despite the morning storm, the weather got better and gave the opportunity to the sailors to race 6 flights of 12 races during the first day of the event. At the end of the day, Team Japan and Team Finland have both 3 wins, and they're leading the scoreboard. Team Philippines and the local team of Singapore have 2 wins, while Singapore Management University team, along with Team Australia, just have 1 win. Teams Hungary and USA have no wins.
Sailing in the Marina Bay is quite a spectacular thing. It's very difficult as well. The wind is up and down, it's very patchy and shifty.
Stay tuned for more action tomorrow.